Hi guys, Dandelion Song here, and it's September 11th, and so I'm just taking a look at the news. And so I saw this by Dabu7, and I wish he showed his. He must show his sources somewhere, and and I'm not seeing it. But there's a crane collapse at the Grand Mosque in Mecca, raw footage. So let's look at the numbers. Crane collapse. First of all, these are the numbers of English and simple gematria, and I scrolled down to save some scrolling time. Tower of Babel is kind of has something to do with a crane collapse. Now, the Tower of Babel, people think that this has to do with the people building something up, and then this is when the languages are messed up. This has to do with the struggle of Marduk Ra building a spaceport when he wasn't allowed to by Enlil. So it's a different story. It's a whole different political. So when you see Tower of Babel encoded, what it's really saying is a political structure between the Nephilim powerhouses. This is when you see this. That's what it means. Political struggle between the powerhouses. Okay. So that's. So here, and then in the Jewish gematria, it's curse, sugar, and a Nephilim prince, and a few other things. Also, just want to show you that crane collapse is a 33. Now, in the Grand Mosque in Mecca, I wish I could find the original headline. I don't know if Dabu brought the headline, or if he created this headline on his own, but the headlines usually have the numbers in them, and this one does not disappoint. It actually has the 9/11 date in it. So Grand Mosque in Mecca has this gateway. So if you look at this is a 1011 if that was a digital route, but it's also a 9 and an 11 with a gateway in it. And here is another 911, because this is a 9 and that's a 2, and that makes 11, and separate, and it also is separately and together. This is the 68 number, which we've seen in the stock market. 68 equals Morgan stock market, and it has and stock market together has Bride of Christ gematria in it. Okay, so here I just took this phrase, deadly crane collapse at Mecca Mosque, from the CNN site to show you that this has, again, the 816 and the 618 number in it, and it also has the 66. We just saw this number right here in the Grand Mosque in Mecca. This is a Freemason reference number. It's the literally it's Fukushima, but it's also the reverse of the Freedom Tower. And this is half of the diameter of time in years that the Twin Towers were allowed to stand. Yeah, this number is too big to digest here. All right, so taking a look at Mecca, I just want to show you the coordinates. I hope I'm placing this right. On the, so I can't scroll down to show you with my pointer, so you have to look with your eyes down to the lower right. First of all, the imagery date is 6/26/2015, so that's pretty recent, and it's also an interesting symmetrical date. But look at the night. I told you in another video that they put their decimal points in there for a reason. So we have a 21, 25. 25 is pi. 21 is the 21st prime, which is 73. That's the 12th 21st prime mirror that has to do with 3773, the star matrix structure of our matrix, you could say. And then, so you have that mirror right there with this coordinate, and then you also have a 911 backwards. So I don't know exactly where the crane fell, but there are some dates even in the coordinates here. So these things are carefully chosen. I don't think these things arise naturally. However, I'm just going to keep it open that it's very possible that these things could arise naturally. I just don't think that they do. I have to, basically what I have to do is be able to analyze events that I know arose naturally, which we're not going to find in the news. Now, on the next one, the next coordinate is 39, 49, 34, 32. So there's a 23 and a 7 over there, and the 7th month in the Roman calendar is September. So there's kind of another... Okay, I didn't scroll down on the CNN article, and I think that's worth doing. Just want to show you that this is an 11, and this is a 9 with a 1. So it's kind of like a 10. So the 11 plus the 10 would be a 111, but there's also 9/11 symbolism just in these death numbers here. So here's the short on the, I don't know how to say this, the Hajj, maybe? It starts September 21st and goes to the 26th, and it, I didn't know anything about this, so this is why I'm going to bring this to you, just in case you want to know. There's different ways to spell it. This is how CNN spells it, but in the beginning, you could see that this is an H. This is an H1, which is another way of writing pi. I don't know if Islam cares as much about that or not. And this is a 1010. And over here, oh, where's the 1010? Over here we have a 10. And, well, actually, we have a 1011 over here. So, depends on if you want to look at the gematria of these different spellings. Just looking at it real quick, it looks like there's something to see there. But so it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It occurs 2 months and 10 days after Ramadan ends. And the pilgrimage, conducted over 5 days, includes numerous detailed rituals, including wearing a special garment that symbolizes human equality and unity before God, a circular counterclockwise procession around the Kaaba, and the symbolic stoning of evil. Now, you just have to keep in mind this could be whitewashed by CNN. You just have to keep in mind what you're reading and just store it and try to think of what it might really mean. Now, I just saw something about Mecca here in this blog spot, Stillness in the Storm, inside, I don't know, yeah, okay. A scientific look at the Kaaba black stone of Mecca. This is so Kaaba means cube in Arabic, and it has a very special location, its coordinates being the center of the world, roughly. Sorry, my computer won't scroll. It's doing a lot of things at once. So there's a video here to see about Mecca, the miraculous golden ratio, so I'm going to take a look at that. So the author of this blog, I think, made this visual about the gematria of Mecca Kaaba black cube equaling 606 in English gematria, and if it equals that, then in the simple gematria it equals 101, which is a gateway. And he also points to the magnetic ties, at least visually, that are made when people circle this, or here it looks like they're bowing down to pray. So here it says that the stone symbolizes God's right hand, and we've been talking about right hands and the right hand of ISIS being cut off, and other right hands being cut off, and in the Bible it talks about cut off your right hand if it causes you to sin. And then here they say that the black stone was originally white but turned black from being in a fallen world. I already spoke about that. So here's how this building is made, walking around the stone. Oh, it looks like here they have okay, here they're showing that there's a figure 8 infinity. I didn't know this, that there was a figure 8 infinity figure around the 9/11 memorial. Anyway, if you want to come to this website, chchchch at blogspot, or chchchch.blogspot.co, and then it would be, I guess if you would put in the search Kaaba Scientific, there are some videos here that I'm going to check out, just because I feel like I don't know enough about this subject. Alright, well I guess I didn't film an ending to this one. I did do another video having to do with this subject, the Kaaba, menorah, and gematria decode, which I think is extremely important for the big picture here. It has to do with PHI, 618, 816, and all the valence codes, and so I think I'd like to include it here, but I don't want this to get too long, so please check that out. And I hope I'll put it in the description, but I put it up today. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.